everybody, welcome to the Department of Comics. I'm your humble host, Agent DeCamp. Happy to see you here. And today we're going to go down a little bit of memory lane. We're going to start off with some weird stuff that I found in a box. It's my stuff. I bought it way back when. We're going to start off here with something called the X-Men Chronicles, right here. It was put out by Fanaco Publishing, which I believe is now Fantagraphics. They owned a store in Albany, New York. And this here is just like a bunch of fan art. And they also talk about different articles and stuff with the X-Men. They do interviews. They have a little comic strip in here. Right there. So this came out in 1981. And then they have an X-Men checklist, which describes what happens in some of the issues. And let's see how far this one goes up to. This one goes up to issue 151. So, pretty neat. There's a picture on the back cover. Then we have the next issue in the series, came out in 1982, was Fantastic Four Chronicles, with a painted cover by John Byrne, with a Virgin picture on the back. This was pretty much the same thing. Articles and little comic strips, Fred Hembeck. They have a checklist in this too, I believe. Yep, checklist in that one too. And this one goes up to annuals 241. Wow. Like I said, there's a lot of fan art in here. Okay. The next issue in the series is Daredevil Chronicles. Right there. Nice picture on the back. It's a Frank Miller cover. And once again, articles, interviews, and a checklist. Where's the checklist in this one? There it is. Checklist. And this one goes up to issue 181. Wow. Very cool. Yeah. That's issue 3. Issue 4. They started calling it Fanaco's Chronicles. This one here is the Avengers. Okay. Really cool George Perez cover. Actually, is this actually a wraparound? Yeah, it's a wraparound by George Perez. Painted cover. Right there. Okay. Very cool. Once again, has all the annuals and everything. This goes up to issue 220. I know there's an ad in the back here. Comic Unlimited Investor Service. Comics Unlimited in Eltington Station, Staten Island, New York. Where you could pick up Teen Titans #1 for $15. X-Men 150 for $1.50. Shogun Warriors #1 for $1.50. Nice. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show you guys the ad. Okay. Do they have a Fanaco ad in here? Because I know the one coming up does. Another Fred Hembeck drawing. All black and white. Okay, the next issue of Fanaco's Chronicles series was Spider-Man. This one here has a Joe Staton back cover. And a nice John Byrne painted cover on the front. Once again, this one goes up to... Missed it. This one goes to issue... Oh, this even has more books in it. Amazing Spider-Man goes to 232. Then it has a Spectacular Spider-Man. That was the magazine size that came out in the 60s. Giant Size Superheroes, which is basically a Giant Size Spider-Man. Then Giant Size Spider-Man 1 through 6. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. That goes up to issue 69. Annuals. Marvel Team Up has Marvel Team Up in here. That goes to issue 120. And I thought I saw another ad. Yep, Fanaco Enterprises, where they sell back issues. They got anything really good? Let's see. Continue next page. Wolverine #1 by Frank Miller. 75 cents. You could have got it for 75 cents. Back in 1982. Right when it came out. Okay. Then the last one they had in the series was the Supersized Annual. Okay. This one's really cool. What this one does is it just goes through a bunch of DC and Marvel books. It picks certain issues and gives you a little synopsis of the series. Like right here, it tells you about Captain Atom, had 89 issues. Published 65 to 67. Captain Action. Let's see. What's the first one we got? Action Comics, 536 issues from June 1938 to the current. Batman Family. Batman. From spring of 1940, 352 issues, 8 annuals, and 1 spectacular. Very cool. And in here, they have another ad right here where you can buy books from them. It's several pages because, like I said, they were a store in Albany, New York. They might still be there, I think. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. I only went there once. I did live in New York. I lived about probably maybe 45 minutes to an hour away from there. But in Albany, New York, they used to have Fanicon. And I mentioned that before. Like, that's where I got a lot of my old Fantastic Four books when I was young. Yeah, here we go. Wolverine #1 is $1. And it's going fast. $1 going fast. So that was a pretty cool book right there. Okay. The next things I found... Oh, somebody texted me. Okay. We have a Marvel Comics Index, #4. This is the way they came out. Used to come out. Cover painting by Tim Conrad. Right there. Still available as parts 1, 2, and 3 of the Marvel Comics Index for $3.95 and $4.50 from your local comic dealer. Or add 75 cents postage per book and get it from them. And in here, actually it says, what does it say about the cover? Oh no, Mighty Thor has a cover painting by Tim Conrad. This one's by Jim Steranko. Jim Steranko did the Fantastic Four. This has a cross index about all the other characters that appeared in Fantastic Four. Has all the other series that the characters were in. Human Torch's series. This one actually goes up to issue number 180. It gives you all the credits and everything in it. This is really cool. I wish I would have got 1, 2, and 3, and 5. Then we got 9A, which is the X-Men. Okay. And it's a wraparound cover there. And the cover is by Brent Anderson and Terry Austin. Colors by Steve Oliff. It's a very cool book. This also features Ghost Rider, Champions, Black Goliath, and Dazzler. Yeah, the Dazzler. This one's actually printed on better paper. There you go. Gives a little synopsis here of all the different issues. Some cover pictures for all of them. Of course, they're in black and white. Tells you what the storylines were. Awesome. This was $5.95 back when I bought it. And that was in 1981. So actuality, I didn't pay $5.95 for it. I paid whatever my reduced rate was for when I went through Westfield Comics. And this was actually put out by Pacific Comics. I don't know if anybody knows about them. They were an independent company back in the early 80s. They put out some good stuff. I'll try to put some of their stuff on another episode. Okay, I'm sorry I'm not keeping this one super short and sweet. But I got one more thing to show you guys. In one of my earlier videos, I told you about a Fantastic Four. It comes packaged with a cassette tape and an issue of Dirt Magazine. Here's another one I have that's actually a near mint issue. And this came out, I found out, in March of 1993. Okay, so that's when this one came out. And I said there were others. Well, here's some more. This is Captain America #420. This one here came with a bumper sticker that says Dirt Happens. And of course, Dirt Magazine. And this one came out in August of 1993. Then there was a Spider-Man issue. You can see I got this one from Mile High Comics. This is issue 106 of Web of Spider-Man. And that one came out in September of 1993. This came with another tape. It looks like it's the same tape that came with Fantastic Four. Yep, same one. Then, we got another one I got from Mile High. It's Thor #468. This one also came out in September of 1993. So, I've never taken them out of the bag, so I've never read Dirt Magazine. And this one has a tape called Sauce, a tasty mix. So, I don't think that's the same one. Oh, it's not the Yeah, it might be the same one. Looks like it might be the same cassette. It's just that that's what the front looks, where the other one has the back telling you what the songs are. So, well, that's all I got for today. That's our little jot down memory lane back from the early 80s, 1981 to 83. Wow. Actually, then we go into the 93. So, thanks for watching. If you could, like the video, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about the stuff I got here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out my eBay page at gothamcityent, and check out in the description for a bunch of YouTube channels that talk about comics that I like to watch. So until next time, keep reading those comics.